A rural development campaign based largely on student-teacher volunteers and backed by the slogan, "If you know, teach; if you don't know, learn," was one of its major achievements. Never before had city and country dwellers made contact in such a way. This unprecedented drive against illiteracy bridged the social gap of centuries, bringing mutual understanding and a sense of common purpose to the far-flung peoples of the nation. The Rural Development Campaign had a second purpose besides, the teaching of health and basic hygiene. Nothing remotely like it had ever been tried before. For the first time in their history, the Somali peoples were brought together as a whole, not as rival clans or factions, but as a nation, eager, from these small beginnings with the reading and writing of their mother tongue, to grow and prosper for the common good. Doctors and teachers together, no matter how remote the community they visited nor how poor communications, scoured the Somali countryside to carry out their missions of enlightenment. For the campaign, the entire nation was mobilized. Its every resource, both human and material, were drawn upon. At the end of the first 6-month phase, its supporters and the nation's leaders turned out to greet the returning students who had played so large a part in its obvious success. It was time to acknowledge that this was also the first time the nation had benefited from the collective energy of its young people, of its students, who would be among its leaders tomorrow. And in thanksgiving for this fact, great festivals of youth were held throughout the country. Festivals of youth were held throughout the country. In Mogadishu, President Siad himself attended these festivals, presenting medals and scrolls to all who had distinguished themselves over the grueling half-year. With the campaign, the Somali people had reached a peak of national unity. Its benefits seen, progressive forces throughout the country stood ready to defend the gains of the revolution. Students now, with teachers, youth groups, doctors, farmers, engineers, and the armed forces themselves, were all united in their resolve to carry the nation further still. Now publicly accepted as active participants in their country's struggle, the nation's youth celebrated with colorful displays of their achievements. As we've already seen, former generations of Somali students had to learn of the world through foreign languages and cultures. Today, they are taught up to the secondary level, at least, in Somali. With government prompting, a Somali alphabet was agreed in 1973, enabling the first Somali books to be published for use in primary, intermediate, and secondary education. At last, the young could learn of and take pride in the culture and history of their own country. The revolution had pledged equality for women also. No longer suppressed by convention, girls and women today are given equal rights in education and the national life. They rank, in fact, among the leaders of the new society. For these future mothers of the nation, domestic science and needlework are new additions to the syllabus. And the educated woman is important for another, equally fundamental reason. As the center of family life, without encouragement from her, tomorrow's children will grow and learn more slowly. Any country without a national university will have problems in carrying out development projects on its own. It just won't have the skilled technicians. Accepting this as self-evident, an early task of the revolution was to endow a first-class university with faculties chosen to meet the country's specific needs. And their doing so bore fruit. Many of Somalia University's graduates today have already played leading parts in countless development projects of national importance. Elections in '64 and '69 had caught the people confused and politically innocent. Now, special orientation centers were built where they could learn their basic responsibility towards society at large. The centers stressed the value of national unity. Above all, they worked to eradicate ancient clan divisions and feuds. The centers are working. People of all kinds gather here to discuss their problems, seeking and offering solutions on the basis of each other's experience.
madaxweynaha jamhuuriyadda ee Soomaaliya Jaale Maxamed Siyaad Barre waxa uu furay xarun cusub oo loo dhisay danwadaagaha. Xaruntaasina waxa ay muraayad u tahay oo ay muujinaysaa sida xukuumadda kacaankii ay u daryeelayso reer guuraaga Soomaalida. mabaadi'da xisbiga hantiwadaaga ee kacaanka Soomaaliyana waxa u horeysa in laga nasiyo reer guuraaga geediga maalin walba ay ku jiraan. ciidamada asluubtu qayb libaax ayay ka qaataan dhismaha dalka. madaxweynaha jamhuuriyadda dimuqraadiga ee Soomaaliya Jaale Maxamed Siyaad Barre waxa uu furay xarun cusub oo loo sameeyay ciidamada asluubta. halkaasina waxa ku soo dhaweeyay habla ka tirsan ubaxa kacaanka oo madaxweynaha halkaasi ku soo dhaweeyay. madaxda ciidamada asluubta Jaale Axmed Ismaaciil Axmed ayaa isaguna halkaasi madaxweynaha ku soo dhaweeyay. Jaale Siyaad markii uu furay waxa halkaasi sacab markaasi ku tumay madaxdii kale ee la socday. وإنتاسو أدمرون حقا أفقوي أقبحدا مقالة مقدشة وحا لغا سمية ماشا ليلاه كيلومتر 7 حرون لغو حنانيو أو لغو كبعيو الدقاقة تاسينا وحا أي كمي تاهي تلابو ينكحس بيقو طلقالي إندالكو وإساقف اللادو حقا نفقادا إيو النظر xogayaha guud ee xisbiga hantiwadaaga kacaanka Soomaalidu Jaale Siyaad waxa uu furay dhismo cusub oo lagu daray kilaabka militariga. kilaabka militariga waxa weeye meel loogu talagalay inay ku nastaan dhalinyarada ka tirsan xoogga dalka Soomaaliyeed marka ay firaaqada leeyihiin oo ay ku sheekaystaan aaraana isku dhaafsadaan. halkaasi madaxweynaha waxa ku tusay sida dhismaha loo kordhiyay ninkii madaxda ka ahaa dhismaha kilaabka. madaxweynaha jamhuuriyadda dimuqraadiga ee Soomaalidu Jaalle Maxamed Siyaad Barre waxa uu ku dhawaaqay in iftiinka tacliinta la wada gaarsiiyo ummadda Soomaaliyeed. Jaalle Siyaadna waxa uu markaasi magaalada Xamar ka furay qaar ka mid ah dugsiyada cusub ee lagu daray magaalada iskuuladeeda. dawladda hoose ee magaalada Muqdisho waxa ay ku dadaashaa sidii loo kordhin lahaa dhismaha magaalada ee looga dhigi lahaa meel caafimaadka dadka u wanaagsan. Jaalle Siyaadna waxa uu furay xaafadda Kaaraan kawaan cusub oo laga dhisay halkaasi oo loogu talagalay haweenka Soomaalidu marka ay wax gadanayaan ama hilibka doonayaan inay si fudud oo wanaagsan wax uga iibsadaan. markii ugu horeysay ayaa magaalada Muqdisho waxa laga dhisay dekad cusub oo si qumaatiya ay maraakiibta dibadda ka timaada ugu soo xidhan karaan. madaxweyne Jaalle Siyaad dekadaasi ayuu furay waxaana dekadaasi loogu talagalay in laga dhoofiyo ama laga soo dejiyo alaabada dalku dibadda u diro ama dibadda uga timaada. carwadii 14aad ee caalamiga ahayd oo lagu soo bandhigay xubnaha kala duwan ee ka mid ah waxyaabaha uu ku dhisan yahay dhaqaalaha dalkeena. madaxweyne ku-xigeenka Jaalle Xuseen Kulmiye Afrax ayaa carwadaasi rasmi ahaan u furay halkaasina waxa ku soo dhaweysay gabadha madaxda ka ahayd carwadaasi. dabeetoo Jaalle Kulmiye isaguna khudbad buu halkaasi ka akhriyay uu ku sharxayo ahamiyadda weyn ee carwadu ay u leedahay horumarinta dhaqaalaha dalka. Jaalle Kulmiye dabeetoo waxa uu soo maray meelaha kala gaarka ah ee wax lagu soo bandhigay carwadaasi.
So many years of struggle, development and achievement, the SRC was satisfied its job was done and the time had come to relinquish military rule. In their resolution to this effect, they thereby fulfilled their final pledges of the first and second charters of the revolution. For 7 long years, the SRC had worked to make Somalia's people proud of their own history, alive to past mistakes, and politically conscious of their future responsibility. Now the people gathered to put all this to the test. It was the first time that delegates from all sectors of the country's life had ever met to have a say in the nation's future. Over 3,000 of them, workers, young people, women, all proving in their speeches just how ready for their new role they were, and how willing. Now President Siyaad asked for nominations to the Politburo and offices of the new party. By a unanimous show of hands, he was himself elected Secretary General, and so the other officers were likewise voted into being. One by one in their nomination speeches, the various national and local delegates expressed their support for the SRC resolution. The party's foundation was voted on and approved, together with all its principal officers. In all, 5 members of the SRC were voted onto the new Politburo. Vice President Ismail congratulated the delegates on their democratic conduct of the election and their willing assumption of responsibility. For his part, as leader of the October Revolution, President Siyaad was awarded a specially cast medal from the Somali people. Then came the turn of the armed forces. They had been the spine and sinews of the October Revolution, and now, unit by unit, they entered the election hall. One by one, their officers pledged their loyalty for the newly elected Socialist Party and assured the new civilian government of their unqualified support as the nation moved onward toward the achievement of its next goal, the creation of a unified, democratic nation, fit and ready to take its full part among the progressive peoples of the world. Next to come in were the children, many of them born since the October Revolution. Representing the future of the country, they came in to join their elders in celebrating the new age of which their good fortune had made them a part. In his closing speech for the day, President Siad spoke proudly of the delegates' evident spirit, sincerity, and of their obvious will for national unity. And he had also a special word for the children present, promising them that the new party would see them through to still better times in days to come. Hero of Somalia medals were then presented by President Siad to every member of the outgoing SRC, who had fought with and steered the revolution since its beginning in 1969. One by one, the members of the former government received their medals from the president. Finally, in his turn, the president received the same medal for his part also in the revolution. The third day of the meeting was spent by the delegates in discussions on the new party's constitution. In his closing speech, President Siad added his voice to those of many others when he stressed those clauses in it that made it a living part of the continuing drive towards full national unity and progress. Following this, he appealed to all Somalis, whatever their place in life, to pledge total support for the fledgling Socialist Party. And already crowds were gathering in the streets outside the conference center to applaud and cheer the new party's creation. The day after the meeting closed, the new party's Central Committee sat for the first time to take stock of the enormous responsibilities that now lay on their shoulders. In the streets and public places of Mogadishu and other cities, people were turning out by the thousand to demonstrate their support. To one such rally in Mogadishu, President Siad came out to speak. He said how glad he was to sense their genuine enthusiasm for the party. Today, he said, we are entering a new era in which every individual will find complete freedom in fulfilling his responsibilities to those around him and to the nation as a whole. No sooner had the party been legally established than political orientation courses were started for party members. Given their heavy new responsibilities, the courses were designed to extend, deepen and develop to the full their political education and awareness that had first been coaxed into life back in the orientation centers of the revolution. At a major press conference, the Minister of Information briefed all foreign correspondents in the country on the background, formation and purpose of the party. We felt it was time, he said. Our nation is ready now and able to support such a movement. At the same conference, he answered questions on the new constitution, pointing out details of its social and economic clauses. To a question on its origins, he reminded his audience that the answer lay in the mandate of the Somali people. Party membership cards, now printed, are today being issued in growing numbers to the public, eager at last to play a personal role in the life and decisions of their nation. And so the Somali people have crossed the threshold of a new future. For them, as for others, sunrise is a symbol of hope. And from this time forward, they will know and be sure that every single day will bring a new dawn of achievement.